they're 100-year-old trees in some spots throughout here, 200-year-old trees. And our ancestors have looked after them, and we've looked after the wildlife. And now in this particular paddock here, they want to just cut straight through that river there, and they're going to bulldoze 100 metres either side of the power line. And then any of the regrowth that comes back, they're also going to bulldoze that as well. And that's why we're out here, to protect that, because the Greens obviously have been paid out and they don't care about it anymore, whereas we've been really trying to look after it.
Mate, it looks like the farmers have won the first battle.
Yeah, but unfortunately the war is far but won. There's a lot more to do.
There is.
3, 2, 1.
So over the past week, we've been highlighting the farmers meeting with DEECA and VicGrid at the gates and denying access. We've seen the heavy-handed and intimidating language used by our government's employees to attempt to gain entrance, but the farmers have stood firm, mate.
Yep.
No amount of intimidation is going to shift these farmers.
Nothing is... Nah. Good on them.
And neither it should, mate.
Good on them.
Would you let them in your backyard?
Nah.
No, exactly.
Nah.
Exactly right. As the weeks have rolled on and the numbers have swelled at the gate, changes in DEECA and VicGrid's approach started to appear. They started to roll up at the gate, take a look at the ever-growing numbers, and decide that it wasn't worth their time even getting out of the vehicle. Should we have a look?
Yep.
Apparently they're coming. They're saying to get ready to wave to them. So here's the crowd. And they're filming us, we're filming them. It looks like they might be going to stop this time. Or at least do a Yui. And I think they might be going to go past. Yep. Well, there we have it, another very uneventful ecological survey completed, I'd say.
Obviously, they gave us half an hour's notice that they were going to be here. They usually have to give us 48 hours notice, so they gave half an hour. They've been doing that. But they have driven past as well. So I think you're just being here is intimidate them. They're actually on the back foot about a lot of this stuff at the moment. So we were on Sky News last night, and our Farmers Fightback campaign got 5,000 new followers in the one night. This is building into a bigger thing. But people just turning up, it's fantastic. It's really working for us. And the people power will be the stuff that wins. And you've seen the footage of what they're trying to do, and they're just making themselves look really stupid. So it's working out well. We've got plenty of tactics up our sleeve yet as well. We live here, we work here, and we are not going to give up what we've got. The support we're getting out there, over 35,000 people signed up now, and that'll only get bigger and bigger as we go along. We have it in us now to actually stand up. And you don't have to do much more than this at the moment. Keep getting more and more people on. Keep getting your city cousins on. Keep working really hard through the social medias as well to make sure you get our message out there, because it's an educational thing. We have to educate the city, and they're not our enemy. Make no mistake, the enemy is the government. Let's be perfectly clear. Access denied.
So first off, mate, a huge shout out to Nick and the team at Billboard Battalion, who took that first video. He has stood at the gate and engaged with the farmers over the past week or so. So great work from Nick. So please jump onto his YouTube channel and subscribe. And I've left links in the description and his channel with his videos. So great work,
Yeah,
Nick.
he's been solid, mate.
He has been
totally
solid. Looking forward to collaborating.
Yeah.
Hopefully, we're going up on Wednesday to stand with the farmers, and hopefully Nick will be there. Anita has said she's going to be there.
Yep.
So hopefully we will get to...
you're going up.
Oh, I'm going up. Hopefully I'll get to meet these people and stand at the gate with Ben and
be great.
Show our support, mate.
That'll be great, mate.
Exactly right. So instead of getting out of the car, they were texting warnings to Ben.
They were texting while they were passing in the car.
No, they texted him later, a couple of hours later. He got a text from the project manager from VicGrid.
Saying what?
So after they left, the project manager, Matt Vallis, sent Ben a text message warning him that hindrance, obstruction or delaying of the access as notified is an offence and may result in enforcement action being taken against him. Weak as piss. Matt Vallis.
God.
It went on to state that VicGrid may seek a court order for entry as a response to the claimed obstruction and hindrance. So is that where we're going?
Yep.
Do they roll up with the coppers next time, mate?
Yeah.
What happens then?
Well, the cops have to then either decide to
Force entry.
go against their principles and force entry.
Won't be local cops.
Nah, because local cops wouldn't want to do it.
Exactly right.
Yeah.
Exactly right. Authorised officers have observed your attendance at multiple properties where access had been scheduled and access was subsequently hindered or obstructed. In consideration of this prior obstruction and the observations made at the property, the lead authorised officer reasonably determined access would not be possible. VicGrid Chief Executive Officer Alistair Parker told ABC Wimmera that an authorised officer made the judgment to ensure the protest remained peaceful. In all the videos we've seen, have we seen anything other than respect?
It's all been
peace.
very, very peaceful.
Exactly right.
There's been no violent behaviour. It's been very, very
calm.
Yeah, very calm.
And silent. The only intimidation has been
I was, to be quite honest, I was quite surprised how calm the farmers were.
Exactly right.
Because I would have been
up and about.
Losing my shit. Yeah.
The only intimidation came from those in yellow.
Yeah.
Yep.
Especially that girl.
Yeah.
Kiwi girl.
Yeah, she was angry.
What's wrong with her?
They're obviously highly trained to follow the letter and the spirit of the law. Bullshit.
Yeah.
As they carry out this important work. Important for who?
Yeah.
Come on. We just don't want to see any escalation. We've seen very peaceful protests, which is right, and we've seen folk politely tell us that access is denied, and the authorised officers have made people aware of the law in those circumstances by trying to intimidate them to open the gates. But if there is a large group of people there, obviously the authorised officers can make a judgment about whether they think it's safe and necessary to actually go and have that engagement.
Or they fear their own... I mean, is that why they're doing it? Is to try and gain traction for the, oh yeah, we feel intimidated.
Exactly. They're trying to change the narrative here, mate. Yeah. They're trying to make people pity them. Yeah. It would be terrifying walking up to 83-year-old Colin at the gate, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Absolutely terrifying.
Yeah.
Mate.
And his wife, who's like 81.
Mary. Exactly
like,
right.
Come on.
Exactly. So at the end of the day, if they don't get out of the car, Ben is guilty of standing on his own property with some of his mates minding their own business while a car drives by. What are you getting charged for?
Because you felt intimidated because there were people there.
That's absolutely ridiculous. Well, he's done nothing wrong. They didn't even get out of the car.
He's done nothing, mate.
He's guilty of standing by his own gate.
Yeah, with some friends.
With some mates.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly right. It's not like they're yahooing and got a bonfire going and they're all drinking piss.
Nah, and they've got guns and shit.
Yeah, exactly right. So we also want to show a couple of grabs from farmers that are explaining why this project is so detrimental, and not just to their hip pockets and their landscape, but to the state of Victoria, New South Wales and South Australia where the project is proposed.
Yep.
Have a look at that.
Yep.
Got Keith McPherson here, who's the landowner here. We've just had V&I West here a few minutes ago, and they just turned around and drove off, didn't even stop. So that's about what's happened. So you've had a good turn up here to back you at least, so that must feel good.
Yeah, it's real good support. We're in this together, and that's the only support we got, what we got together. And it's and they tell us that, we're the odd ones out. Well, I think they're the odd ones out. They haven't even contacted him or done the courtesy thing of the occupier to engage with the occupier to say what's going on. So I don't. That's just the way they work. They don't care. Not I've semi-retired. Yeah, this is my superannuation. I've got to live off this.
Yep.
I can't make me dollars again. I'm fifth generation farmer. Want to hand it on to the next generation, the daughter, but she'll carry it on in her own way. That's what we plan to do. So, but with this going on, you just don't feel you're going to have control of things. So they're just going to government say they want this, they take it off you.
Yes, it's very communist-like, isn't it?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. It's I never used to believe in such things. I thought we lived in Australia, but this just doesn't feel like Australia to me.
Yeah, no, unfortunately, they've been setting this up for a long time, and the intention is to take land off people
shut down food production. So this is what we've been talking about for years now, the global big picture plan. This is it on the ground, how it's rolling out.
Where V&I West is proposed to go, standing up on top of the air seeder, filling it up. I'm approximately 6 metres high, the truck running at 8.5 metres high. Some of the reasons to why we just can't have this happen on our farms. Splits the paddock in half right here where we're actually filling here today. You'd have to somehow get out across the paddock to fill up somewhere out there, or fold it up, pack it up, go out the road, back somewhere to fill, which time-wise, inefficient, fuel-wise inefficient, just doesn't work for us farmers. This process hasn't been thought about, and it's a waste of time.
You had a great roll-up here today. It would have been 100 people, I reckon, would there have been?
Oh, yeah, 100 plus. It was a magnificent rollout. I wasn't expecting it to be this big.
Yep.
But it's really, really good, and it just shows the determination and the community support we have behind what we're doing. It's really good.
And you've been one of the main organisers of all this over here, so it's really great to see you deserve to have the community support you like. That's really good.
Oh, everyone's putting in a lot as well. Like, we've got a lot of good people in our community, and we've seen a lot of big roll-ups at other farms as well. And it's really, really good to see. Nobody's backing down. The government have brought out laws that are going to try and compulsory acquire and compulsory access our farms, and they've legislated fines for up to $8,000, and that has not scared anybody because they know it's just not right for the Australian people, and that's the reason why everyone's getting so uproared today, and that's why we got over 100 people. It wasn't necessarily just because it was our farm, it's just the determination of the people that are involved. We've got some really good people. So, but look, the people we have are really, really good, and the people in the city are really, really good, and it's just not their fault that they don't understand, and that's the reason why we're here today, and we're trying to capture some imagery of the wildlife here, the trees, they're 100-year-old trees in some spots throughout here, and 200-year-old trees, and our ancestors have looked after them, and we've looked after the wildlife, and now in this particular paddock here, they want to just cut straight through that river there, and they're going to bulldoze 100 metres either side of the power line, and then any of the regrowth that comes back, they're also going to bulldoze that as well. And that's why we're out here, to protect that, because the Greens obviously have been paid out and they don't care about it anymore, whereas we've been really trying to look after it.
That's right. The farmers are the true environmentalists, and the so-called Greens are being bought out. They're shocking, aren't they? They should be jumping up and down about this, but they're not.
No, they've just got their head in the sand because they must be getting paid a lot of money to have their head in the sand.
Yeah.
But we're just out here making people realise that this is what's actually going on. This is the grassroots of what the renewable energy push is doing, and that's clearing forest, trees. Like, we've got eagles' nests, big bull oak trees and everything over there that we've protected for years, and they're just going to bulldoze that down, and we can't have that happen.
Yep. So the line's going over this way, is it? Do you know exactly where it's going yet?
I'll just correct you on that one, Nick, because it's not going. But where it's going to be proposed is through here, and then exactly over the top of the fire truck here, and then down that way is where they're proposing to go.
Yep. No, that's correct. I spoke wrong there. So
that's all right.
Well, no, that's all right. Well, so just for people who may not necessarily know too much about this, how big are these towers going to be?
Well, to put it into perspective for some people in the city, it's 33 stories high, and it's the same height as the light towers at the MCG, which is, they've told us it's 85 metres high, which is pretty hard to get a gauge on by just looking out in the air. But I mean, if we can put it to that, then that gives us a indication. And we've actually, in the drone footage today, where we've wrote the word help, we've gone up 85 metres. So that shows you what you would see if you were standing on top of one of these monstrosities. So, So
all this environment here, they're going to destroy so much of that all to save the planet. So it really, it's makes no sense, does it?
No, it doesn't. Doesn't make any sense for Rob and Peter to pay Paul, and I don't think that's ever worked in any other business. So anyway, we're out here to protect it, Nick, and we're not going to let it go. So we're just going to hold it as long as we can to make people realise that this is what's going on, and hopefully someone in the government is headstrong enough to stand up and say, look, what the bloody hell's going on.
So again, mate, a huge shout out to Nick at Billboard Battalion who did that interview with Billy.
Yeah, good.
Hopefully we see him at the gate, or I see him at the gate.
Yeah, that'd be great
This week, and can have a chat with him because he's doing some awesome work.
Yeah,
so,
solid, mate.
Yeah,
solid.
if you can jump on his YouTube channel and give him a subscribe, he's at these gates at a lot of these. So get on board. You can see the pressure though that it's putting on farmers like Keith, mate. I mean, he's semi-retired.
Yeah,
he just wants to hand the business on.
You can see he was stressed out.
Yeah. He just wants to live off the proceeds. And these self-employed guys aren't chucking hundreds of thousands of dollars into their super, mate.
They're not billionaires, mate.
No.
They're
not millionaires.
They're not scraping by, but they want to actually enjoy their retirement.
Exactly
you know?
right. And these guys don't retire at 65 or 67. They're retiring at 75, 80.
My uncle's in his 90s. He's still going. Yeah. He's not even retired yet.
Yeah, it's absolutely insane, mate. He just wants to pass it on to his daughter. But Jacinta Allen and Lily Delulu, they don't understand they're destroying lives, mate.
No, they do.
Do you think they do?
Yes.
You think they're trying to?
Yes, they do know.
Is Lily that evil?
Mate, you'd have to be a blind beggar with your face punched in to actually not see what's going on. Yeah. Yeah, but it's obvious.
I think you've described it perfectly, mate.
Yeah.
The second grade, the farmer points out that his tractor is 6 metres high and that his trailer reaches 8 metres. Now, we know
they can't go under the bloody 85-metre lines
because they're more than 5 metres high. They're going to have to apply for special permits, which they won't get at 8 metres, and they're going to have to drive around the property on public roads.
Yep.
Come on. And then Billy Baldwin, a 26-year-old farmer who has stood at his gate this week, has explained that he sees himself and his family as the custodians of the land, of the wildlife, of the fauna. And a lot of these farmers do actually set an amount of land aside for the local fauna and wildlife to thrive. They're not just clearing it all.
Yeah.
As Colin said in the video the other day, that paddock over there with the trees, he's referring to his sanctuary for the local wildlife.
You know what it is? Like, without sounding like some sort of like, ugh, like they're the new Greens, mate.
They are the Greens.
Because the Greens are nowhere in sight. They're destroying 200-year-old trees. Where are the Greens? They used to tie themselves to these trees.
They've sold out, mate.
Where are they?
They've sold out.
Yep.
Yep.
The Greens, the Teals, they're all just paid for, mate.
The
only good Green is that
Steve Nowakowski.
Yeah, I can't say that name.
Yeah.
Him.
Yep.
He is a real Green from back when Greens were real.
Yes. Yeah.
Now they've all been bought out.
Yep, I agree. So what we ask you to do again, people, is please get on the Farmers Fightback website, sign the petition. You can volunteer. They'll let you know when to be at the gates. I'm going to wander up there this week. There's one on Wednesday morning at 8:30. I have to be there, and we have to support these guys, mate. We have to. And when you get the opportunity,
I'll be there as well, mate. They feed us, mate.
Exactly.
It's like, hello.
Exactly.
It's like without them, we don't get fed.
Yep.
So it's just obvious.
It is. Yep. And it's not just farmers here, right? It's farmers in New South Wales, South Australia, and if you want to go broader,
UK, Ireland, Scotland, bloody the
Canada.
Dutch farmers, the Canadian farmers, everywhere, mate.
German, they've already been through it.
Yep, everywhere getting completely shafted.
Yep.
Wake up, mate. Wake up, everyone.
Yep. All right, everyone, let us know what you think. Please support Farmers Fight Back. we're not asking you to donate money. We're asking you to sign their petition. And if you can volunteer some time, get to the gates and stand with them. Because from this point on, mate, it's got to get rougher, right?
Yep.
There's going to be court orders.
Yep.
There's going to be police intervention. And these guys are going to stand firm.
Yep.
There's no backing down. They've won the first battle. The next battle will be tougher and tougher and tougher.
Yep. Exactly.
So let's stand with them. And if that means, I've never wanted to go to jail for a cause. I think I'm ready.
I'll go for this cause.
Yeah, exactly right.
Fucking oath.
Yep, exactly. All right, everyone, let us know what you think.
Thanks, guys.
See ya.
See ya.